All right, I want to take a look at today's magic moment brought to you by Walt Disney World Resort. Dame Lillard on fire at the start of last night. Actual human fire, hitting 8 threes in the first half alone. That tied a playoff record that stood for 20 years. A record, in fact, held by who? Who in this room?
Yeah.
Oh, not me. Monica, it was not me. Vince, the record he tied was against a team that I followed very, very closely, Allen Iverson's Sixers back in 2001. Please take us back to that series and when you set that record.
Where do we start? That was a unbelievable series, back and forth. I mean, a lot happened with the graduation, as we know, which is still a monumental, proud moment for me, and that sits at my front door of my house. But I tell you, it was a response game for me because Allen Iverson, being Allen Iverson, got the job done, scoring 54, I think, that night, the game before. And then I had to respond and just do my job and make the first one, make the second one, even make the third one. And after a while, you're shooting, you're like, things are going well. I'm going to keep shooting. And every shot that I took, I wanted to pick and roll because the big was sitting back, and I shot the three. And then there's one three, I think my 8th three, to where I tipped the ball to the corner. I run to the corner. I remember looking down the corner, make sure my feet were behind the three-point line to shoot the three, and it goes in. So when you're in a zone, and particularly from three, and I wasn't shooting from the distance that Dame was shooting in that game, it was a great moment. I needed it. That's what I needed to do for my team. So, I know what Dame was going through that night. Just unbelievable. It's hard to stop. How do you guard a logo three?
I mean,
I don't know how.
Yeah.
Well,
it's interesting you asked that question because reportedly at halftime, right, Aaron Gordon went in and asked the coaches, let me guard them. Let me guard him. I got him, was the quote. So Lillard pointed out that after the game, he rarely sees one-on-one coverages. So he didn't credit Gordon completely for shutting him down. No surprise there. But he said it was a combination of different looks. Regardless of what it was, he was held to 10 points in the second half. So, Monica, did the way last night unfolded, certainly the way Nikola Jokic stormed back, Vince just talked about how he had a lot to prove in the series we were talking about from 2001. A lot of people in Nikola Jokic's ear between game 1 and 2. He came out like a house of fire last night's game. Did it change your outlook on this series overall?
No, not really, Rachel. I still think this series will ultimately go 7. I actually had the Portland Trailblazers getting it done on the road. But I will credit Aaron Gordon. I believe that story 100%. He has the unique combination of the length and the agility to really disrupt Dame. But we know this, guys. The nature of the series is then to go and make adjustments. So if we continue to see this matchup moving forward, I expect Dame to look to use a little bit more of his quickness, create a little bit more pick and roll action, and just really make Aaron Gordon work on the defensive side of the ball. But, I mean, you can't say enough about Jokic. Again, this is like that first punch, counter punch. The Blazers stole one, and the Nuggets were not going to let that happen again.
And what I like about what Aaron Gordon did, what we see here, Jokic, first of all, I'm going to say the one thing about Jokic, what he did, he had 5 assists instead of 1 assist. And that makes a huge difference. It's not a triple-double, but 5 assists. And maybe we could add the hockey assist to that because he makes the pass out of the double team, which is a swing to an open three. And obviously the initial, he doesn't get the credit for it, but he gets the hockey assist. And I think him moving the ball, making plays for other guys is important, and them knocking down shots. They have 5 guys in double figures. That's what they need to do. And with Aaron Gordon, I think it's a great move because even if he gets beat off the dribble by Dame Lillard, he's athletic enough, he's quick enough to block shots and make things tough for him. And when he takes those long threes, yes, you don't guard way out to the logo, but 6'9", 6'10", with his wingspan makes a difference. So, yes, they will make an adjustment, but I think when you're seeing a 6'10" contest as opposed to a 6'2", 6'3", it's a big difference.
Absolutely. It's part of what Aaron Gordon was brought in there to do, and to his credit, he has taken that role on. He came in and right away told the guys in the locker room, I don't need to be the scorer. I'm going to do the dirty work. I want to be your guy defensively. I really admire him for that. Monica, I have a quick question before we go to break. Have you ever hit 8 threes and a half? Because, I mean...
Go ahead. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
In a whole game, yes, 9.5.
Again,
Took me a
still
whole game.
more than me.
I got to 8.
So there we go. Boom. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.